cousin, can I still buy a house now? Listen, everyone, I'm really worried about getting blocked. You guys can check the data. Is the transaction volume of second-hand houses in Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, and Shenzhen increasing or decreasing year on year? If the transaction volume is dropping, the market is adopting a wait-and-see attitude. If you say you're wealthy and just want to improve your living environment without considering the preservation and appreciation of assets, it's up to you where to buy a house. Don't ask me, but if you want to preserve and appreciate the value of the house through buying it today, and even want to get rich, I'm telling you it's really hard for most people to get in on this today. So I think if young people have just graduated from university, I don't encourage them to buy a house because there will definitely be an excess of houses in the future. You know, in China's real estate market, the houses that have been built, the ones under construction, and the ones planned to be built are enough for 3 billion people to live in. How many people do we have now? 14 billion. So it's not that houses have no value. Instead, in most cities, houses only have the living value, not the investment value or the financial value. So when choosing a house, it's not just about the house itself. It's about choosing the city, which city and which location. Therefore, for the real estate market, in the short term, it depends on the financial policy. In the medium term, it depends on the land policy. And in the long term, it depends on the population structure. Is the population of your city having a net inflow or a net outflow? Does your city have industries to attract young people to study, work, and start businesses? The housing price of a city doesn't depend on the local people, but on the outsiders. Are there outsiders coming in? Are they going to settle down here by studying, working, and starting businesses? Just imagine, how many cities in China have a net inflow of population and can retain young people? Cousin is in Shenzhen now. Many people are recommending houses to me, but I don't have such an intention in the short term, because for Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, and Shenzhen, they can be used for asset preservation and appreciation. But the threshold is already very high. The cost of getting into the real estate market here is already very high. For many properties actually, the price-to-torrent ratio is really low, only between 1% and 2%. What does that mean? You need to collect rent for 100 years or even 150 years to get your principal back. Wow, goodness, it's uncertain whether you can even live to be 100 years old. Alas, so most houses only have the living function and don't have the function of preservation and appreciation. So why are you in a panic? If a house is just for living, you don't need to be in a hurry to buy it at all because where is the room for appreciation?